When your cat loses it during a haircut, do you actually know what's really happening? Yes, it looks dramatic, maybe even a little funny, but behind that scratching and hissing, there's something much deeper going on, something most cat owners completely misunderstand. And if you keep missing it, you could be making your cat's life more stressful in ways you don't even realize. Let's talk about what's actually going on inside your cat the moment grooming begins. Most people think a cat who fights during grooming is just being stubborn, dramatic, difficult. But here's what nobody tells you. Your cat is not throwing a tantrum. They are terrified, and there's a reason for that fear that goes back thousands of years. Cats in the wild are both predator and prey. They hunt, but they also get hunted. And because of that, their nervous system evolved to treat any moment of restraint as a life or death situation. When you hold your cat still to trim their fur, their brain doesn't register it as grooming. It registers it as being captured. Every instinct they have fires at once. Fight, escape, survive. It doesn't matter that they love you. It doesn't matter that they've slept in your lap 100 times. In that moment, the ancient part of their brain has taken over, and it is not letting go without a fight. Here's something that will change how you think about grooming your cat forever. Their skin is not like yours. Cats have an extraordinarily dense network of nerve endings just beneath their fur, especially along their back, their belly, and the base of their tail. What feels like a gentle touch to you can feel overwhelming, even painful to them. Scientists call this hyperesthesia, and some cats have it so intensely that even a light stroke in the wrong spot will make their whole body flinch. Now, think about what grooming actually involves. Cold metal scissors, the vibration of electric clippers, fingers pressing through their coat, pulling at knots and tangles. To your cat, that's not a grooming session. That is a full sensory assault on the most sensitive skin they have. And unlike humans, they have no way to tell you it's too much, so they show you instead. You hear clippers humming, your cat hears something completely different. A cat's hearing can detect frequencies almost 3 times higher than a human's. What sounds like a soft buzz to you lands like a sharp, piercing noise right next to their head, and it doesn't stop. It keeps going. It vibrates, it echoes, and they can't get away from it. Add to that the unfamiliar smells, grooming sprays, shampoos, the scent of other animals on a groomer's hands or tools. Cats navigate the world largely through scent. When everything smells wrong and sounds wrong at the same time, their brain reaches one conclusion: danger. Before a single cut has even been made, your cat is already convinced something bad is about to happen. Cats remember, not the way humans remember, not in stories or timelines, but in feelings. Deep, visceral feelings attached to places, sounds, and experiences. If your cat had even one difficult grooming session, maybe they were held too tight, maybe the clippers nicked their skin, maybe they were startled by a loud noise in the middle of it. That memory doesn't fade. It gets stored. And every single grooming session that follows carries the weight of that one moment. This is called single event learning, and cats are remarkably wired for it. It is actually a survival tool. In the wild, if something hurt you once, you couldn't afford to forget it. So your cat didn't forget. They filed it away permanently. And now every time the scissors come out, their body responds not to what is happening right now, but to what happened before. That fear is real, and it deserves to be taken seriously. Here's something that puts everything into perspective. Your cat spends up to half of their waking hours grooming themselves. That rough little tongue, covered in tiny backward-facing hooks, is one of nature's most efficient combs. It detangles. It cleans, it distributes oils, it does everything a brush or a pair of scissors is trying to do, except it feels natural, controlled, and completely safe. So, from your cat's point of view, the grooming session you arranged isn't just stressful, it's confusing. They didn't ask for it. They weren't consulted, and as far as they're concerned, they had it handled. Now a giant creature is holding them down and cutting pieces of them off without explanation. No wonder they're not thrilled. Understanding why your cat reacts this way isn't just interesting. It changes everything about how you approach grooming. Start before you ever pick up a tool. Leave the brush on the floor and let your cat sniff it, rub against it, ignore it. Let it become a normal object in their environment, not a threat. Do the same with clippers. Turn them on in the next room. Let the sound exist without it meaning anything scary. You are teaching your cat that these things don't automatically lead to something bad. When you do groom, keep it short. Not the full coat in one session, a few minutes. Stop before your cat reaches their limit. Reward with something they love, then stop for the day. What you are building is a track record, a history of grooming sessions that ended before they became overwhelming. And over time, that history becomes trust. Pay attention to where your cat tenses. Some cats are fine on their back but reach their limit at their paws. Some will sit still for a brush but shut down the moment a clipper gets close to their face. Knowing your specific cat's specific threshold is more valuable than any grooming technique anyone can teach you. And sometimes, the most honest thing you can do is call a professional. A groomer who works with cats every day understands their body language in ways most owners don't. There is no failure in recognizing that your cat needs a different level of expertise. If your cat's reaction to grooming has suddenly changed, if a cat who is manageable is now completely shutting down, or a cat who was always difficult is getting more distressed, don't dismiss it. Sometimes the reason is physical, mats that have tightened against the skin, a hidden wound, joint pain in an older cat that makes certain positions unbearable. What looks like attitude could be pain. And a cat in pain during grooming is a cat who needs a vet, not a firmer hand. Other times it's emotional. Something shifted, a change in the house, a new routine, a stressful period they haven't recovered from yet. Cats carry their anxiety in their body, and grooming, which already asks so much of them, becomes impossible when they're already at their limit. The key is this: your cat is not trying to make your life difficult. Every hiss, every swat, every frantic escape is communication. They are telling you something is too much. And the most important thing you can do is listen. Because when you finally do, when you slow down, when you stop fighting their instincts and start working with them instead, something remarkable happens. The cat who once turned grooming into a battle starts to soften. Not all the way, maybe not ever completely, but enough. And that shift, that small, quiet moment of trust, is worth every patient step it took to get there.